Hello, everybody, anybody. I think I'm live. Am I live? Let me know in chat. Anybody out there? It's funny, my YouTube's not saying I'm live, but my StreamYard is. It's all right. Not often I do this on my own. Okay, I think we're good. Let me just do a refresh. Hey guys. Okay, I think we're good. All right, thanks guys. Do a refresh. Mute that. Okay, we're good. All right, g'day everybody. Did you see my intro? Did that show up at the very beginning with the music? I just noticed I could do that and upload that. Anyway, oh look, everybody's coming in at the last second. Hey guys, hello Monique from Icky Sticky. How are you? I'm glad you could be here on a Friday afternoon. But you're glad the week's over. You take the weekend off now, all right? Hello, Paul. Said g'day to you. How are you? We know Sam's in. Hello, Sam. Jim. G'day, Jim. 4 hours behind us now. So you're what? 1 in the afternoon? Oh, Monique's still working. Okay. Yeah, I know I'm lagging, but that's okay. All right. Yeah, Jim, is it raining over in Thailand at the moment? Is that all gone now? Has the floods disappeared? Is it starting to warm up? Just had lunch. All right. Excellent. We got Richard Thomas, Scale Model World. Good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening. I think I'm going to start all these videos on Fridays with good morning, good afternoon, good evening. So I cover everybody. There's Models and Beer. How are you, buddy? I mentioned your bulldozer from Tamiya. It was an interesting little kit you had up on your channel there. If you don't know it, whip over to Models and Beer. Have a look at his channel. So some really good stuff on there. Really interesting. Philip's in. Hello, Philip. All good. Look at the times. Yes, I know it's early in the morning in the UK. It's a terrible hour in the US. It's just not possible to keep everybody happy. So this first video is more at the Australian. It's 5 p.m. here, so it's a reasonable time. Although in Queensland it's going to be, I don't know, they're an hour ahead or behind. I don't know. What else? Yeah, so the next Friday I'll probably do one more geared towards the US time, or maybe later for the UK. It doesn't bother me. As of now, I have every Friday off work. I'm not too sure why. I'm still getting paid the same. They just told me to take a long weekend every weekend, and I said, I'll think about it. I thought about it for 2 seconds and said, okay. So I'm happy. 4 days a week. More time to model. Hey, Moss, how are you, mate? Good to see you made it in. Good morning to you. You're a busy guy. Gosh, the number of videos that you're popping up every time. Your videos go up early in the morning for me when I'm at work doing my deliveries. And UK wants to move to a 4-day week. Yeah, I don't know how that works. Does that mean if you work more than 4 times, 4 days, it's all considered overtime? That would be all right. Trouble is, how many hours in 4 days? Anyway, yeah, quite a good amount of content on your channel there too, mate. So enjoying that very, very much. Um, Talking about channels, Richard Thomas, what do you got? I only work 4 days, but 12-hour days. Right, okay. Yeah, well, my shift changed a little bit too. So I'm actually probably going to work an extra 2 or 3 hours a week, but I have a whole day off. So, yeah, I'm not complaining. 8 hours. We want to do 10 hours a day. Okay. Hey, it's worth it to get that day off, especially if it makes it a long weekend for everyone. You know? And businesses would do well too, because imagine the people that would come out on the weekends that normally wouldn't on that day off. Philip's having your first coffee of the day. I'd be afraid to say how many I've had. My first coffee this morning was about 15 minutes from here. There's a place called Brighton Les Sands. It's down on the waterfront, Botany Bay. And there was a nice little cafe down there, so I stopped and had a cappuccino and a carrot cake for breakfast before I was planning to go down to the beach, because we actually have some really nice weather here for a change. It's quite warm out there, but unfortunately it's a bit windy. So the wind's sort of blowing sand around, so I didn't end up going down the beach. But I did give the bike a good run. I know this is not model related, but I live on the 4th floor in an apartment block, and down in the bottom that goes to the car park, they blocked that off today for the next 4 days because they're painting it all. And but so I wanted to wash my bike, so I went down early this morning, 4 a.m. actually, and I washed my bike, greased the chain. What bike? I've got a Suzuki V-Strom 1000. It's a 2019 model, and she's a good bike. Yeah, love it. I've been almost all around Australia on it. So anyway, but so yeah, I lubed the chain, all the rest of it, and took it for a good run. And it's all ready for next weekend, where I'm going to be a road safety marshal for a big push bicycle ride of over 10,000 bicycle riders riding for multiple sclerosis. They have it here each year, although it hasn't been on for the last 2 years because of you know what. So it's going to be a big one next weekend. So I got chosen, and I've done all my inductions, and I'm going to be a motorcycle marshal on the course. So I'm looking forward to that. You just sold your Suzuki, something a bit bigger. Yeah, that's good. Talking about Kawasaki. I'm actually got a Kawasaki Ninja. I'm originally from Sydney, but I lived in Queensland for quite a lot of years, and I moved down here for a couple of weeks just to visit my son. And in Australia, when COVID hit, they put everything in lockdown and they closed all the borders, and I couldn't go back. So I got stuck here in Sydney, and that was 2 years ago, and I'm still here. The borders are open, of course, but I sort of found a job and settled down here. So, but I have a motorcycle up there. I got a Kawasaki Ninja. It's just a 250. I was using that to run to work and back. I'm getting that shipped down next weekend, or the 11th, I think it is. Let me check. I've got, where is it? Yeah, I think it's the 11th. Getting it shipped down here because I live literally less than 10 minutes from work on the bike, and I don't want to take my big V-Strom just to work and back. I want to give it a rest, so I'll use the Kawasaki to zip there and back. So that's getting delivered. I'm looking forward to that. Yes, a Ninja. It's a 2008 model, and it's only done, I think, about 60,000 Ks or something. It's really good, really reliable. But it's only a 250 anyway. So what's going on? Let me catch up on the chat here. Where are we? So yeah, like I say, I didn't get to the beach, but that's okay. I ended up back here doing some model work. John, hello John from windy Newcastle. How are you, mate? Yeah, we've sent the wind up your way. It's come up from the south and it's gone up your way by the looks of it. It's quite windy here, although it doesn't look like there's a storm coming or anything, so that's good. It's going to stay dry. What's going on, Jim? Suffering after a 4-day wedding. Neighbours are still going. Oh, I could imagine. Yeah, Thais like their weddings, don't they? Yeah, that's excellent. What else we got in chat? Your friend Moss has a Aprilia bike on his boat. He uses an anchor. Okay, I actually had an Aprilia scooter, a little 60cc scooter, before I had my bike license, and that was only about 5 years ago. And you wouldn't believe it, I got this little thing. It was fantastic. It was, again, zipped to work and back. But what I did was I pulled all the fairings off and everything, and I painted it all up, and I made it look like Bumblebee from Transformers. Had it all yellow bits and stuff like that. I look back now and I think it's a bit embarrassing, but anyway, it's all good. I moved up to a real bike after that. What else is going on? Right, just catch up with chat here. Bench packed up, moving house, nothing on the bench except a Caldercraft HMO supply. Moving house, good luck with that. I would dread that. In fact, yeah, that's one of my big nightmares. Is what do I do with all these models if I ever had to move? You know, for a start, I don't have a car, so I can't carry them on the bike. Yeah. Anyway, so let me just check on here. We've got 11 watching. Fantastic. That's good. So let me just ask you guys a bit of a question. So I'm building that M40 gun behind me on the table, and been putting the videos up. Monique, no, I haven't dusted them yet. I know I've just had so much other things going on that I haven't had a chance to sit down for an hour with your little brushes to dust my models. You know, there's just so many other things I got to do, but yeah, I will, because you're not going to stop asking me until I have. So we'll see. If there's nothing on TV tonight, I might do it. So you've thrown me off. What was I saying? Oh, that's right. I was going to say, while I was promoting other people's site, YouTube channels, I want to give a bit of a shout out to a friend of mine who was going to be on in chat today, but he hasn't appeared yet, and that's good old Jason from Aussie Scalemodeling. So if you haven't already, go to YouTube, type in Aussie Scalemodeling. Yeah, thanks, Sam. And check him out. He's only about 43, I think it is, subscribers off 1,000, and he's been working really hard to get to that 1,000. He's been busy moving house, buying a business, setting up a business, and had to stop doing a bit on his YouTube channel, but he put up a video just the other day and saying he's back, and he's got big plans, and the channel's going to start kicking off again, so we're really looking forward to that. So yeah, Aussie Scalemodeling. Also, on the to do with other channels, there's another one called Out of the Box Models. There's a guy over there doing the 1-200 Yamato, which is my under the bed still in the box ship that I really want to start, but yeah, I just can't yet. But anyway, he's building it, and straight as the title goes of his YouTube channel, Out of the Box Models, it's straight out of the box, and he's very amateur, doing very basics, but he's just showing that anyone can build something as big and detailed as that model, and he's doing that. He's also working on the 1/200 scale Iowa from Trumpeter as well. So he's got both models going at the same time. I don't know how he's managing the space. You know, I mean, I don't know how anyone could build more than one thing at a time. G'day RTB Models, morning to you. Yeah, I mean, look at the mess on my bench / dining table, which I haven't eaten off in 2 years, and that's just one model. I mean, I just can't imagine doing more than one model at a time. Some people have a few going, although I did have 2 models going for a short time. But yeah, it's just too hard. Anyway, so yeah, check out them Aussie Scale Modeler for Jason and Out of the Box Models. Really good. So I have a question for you experienced modelers out there, or inexperienced, it doesn't matter. Let me show you what I'm doing. On this model over here, I have this. All right. Don't know. Doesn't matter. Yeah. So there's 8 figures on here that are all part of the crew that I have to put together. And I don't like doing figures. It's only because I haven't done many, and the ones I have done didn't turn out too well. So my last tank build, my first and last tank build I did, had about 5 crew members on it. And I like putting them together and doing the uniforms and the boots and all their gear is fantastic. But to do the faces, I messed up. They all look like Smurfs, and all 5 of them looked like they were twin brothers because they all looked exactly the same. So I have a problem. So I've been watching YouTube videos and trying to figure out how to do this. So here we go with one of them here. So I put him together. There he is there. He's got his hands up because he's got a pair of binoculars, which are on here to be painted. I've got to put them in his hands. So fortunately, in his case, most of his face will be covered up, which fortunately for me. And of course, he's got his helmet there to go on. Now, I know that people, they would say, you know, oh, well, I use Mr. Surfacer black primer to cover it, all black. And then I work from the top with white paint and spray it down, and that will bring out all the shadow detail. And then you start doing all your painting. So I think the problem I had with my last ones was that I use Tamiya paints. It's just my go-to because I'm just so familiar with them. I know what to thin them with. I know the mixtures. I know it's just easy, and I want to stick with that. Don't want to change. RTB says, yeah, that's right. I was black and he sprayed it with a light grey or white. That's right. But my problem was when I started painting over the top with, say, the skin colour, whatever that was. I think it's called skin colour. I don't know. It was taking the primer coat off, or the black from underneath and the white was coming off and getting mixed up with the paint I was trying to put on. And I think the problem was that I was using thinners in the acrylic Tamiya paint, and as I put them, and because they were thinners in the paint, as I brushed them on, it was going through and thinning the paint layer underneath I'd already airbrushed on and causing it to get mixed up. So what I think the problem is that don't use, what do I use? I use Mr. Hobby thinner. I should get the jar, but anyway, I think I need to just thin it with water. I think that acrylic paints can be thinned with water. Correct me if I'm wrong. And if I do that, then I should not have, then that paint going on top should not interact with the paint that's already underneath. And then, of course, do it quite thin. Yes, they can. Okay. Really, really thin and build it up. I've been told build it up and get, I mean, not just for the uniform and everything, but for the face and all that. RTB, what you're saying, if you can get them Vallejo white top acrylics, they do a face painting set. Any other color with uniforms? Yeah, I've seen they do a set. So does AK Interactive also do a set. Okay, so Randy, g'day mate. You use Tamiya with isopropyl, really? Maybe I should try that. Yeah, Night Shift, you're right, Moss. Yeah, Night Shift has a great demo on painting figures the foolproof way. I know, and I watched that. I did. My God, when I saw I watched the whole thing to the end, and I thought, there's no way in the world my little soldier's going to look anything like that in the end. And maybe I just think it's beyond what I could do. Like, I don't know. If I do it exactly what he's saying, will it look like what his result is? I don't know. You know, it's a bit scary, but I use Paul Price. I use X20A with Tamiya. Yeah, I've got that. Look, I know I shouldn't be going off camera. Let me just quickly grab what I use. All right. All right, there we go. So, there we go. So that's my go-to, Mr. Color Leveling Thinner. I use that for all my Tamiya paint, and I've had no problem with that. Good stuff. You know, maybe percentage-wise, about 40% paint, 30% paint, 70% thinner. I don't know. But, you know, that's what I use, the Mr. Color Leveling Thinner. Maybe I just didn't wait long enough. Or do you think once I put on the coat of primer and then spray the white to get the shadow details, maybe I can put a clear coat to seal it all and then start putting on my Tamiya color? But then I don't see Night Shift or anyone else putting clear coats on. Don't use leveling thinner. Right. So that stop the paint drying so quickly. Okay, so what? You want the paint drying quickly. All right, I won't use that. But I can just use water. I'm sure I can just use water as I do have the X20 that Paul was saying, X20A. I've got some of that, so maybe I can use that. I was just going to say, spray a flat between layers of paint helps create and save space per se. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, it's like anything. You just got to give it a go, hey, and you don't know. I mean, Jesus, I started out just building model ships. Now look what I'm doing. you know, um, and so you gotta go outside the box sometimes. Use X20 as it will dry hard. Okay, all right. Okay, yeah, and maybe I should use the X20 to thin Mr. Surfacer black as well for the primer. We'll see. All right. Anyway, it's all good. So, yeah, there's a few things I need to try to get these things working all right. But yeah, I'll give it a go. I think it'll come up all right because I really do want to paint these, and have them look decent. So, yeah, my last crew in my tank, they looked okay from a distance. Use the dark blue Mr. Hobby thinner for the primer. Dark blue Mr. Hobby thinner. All right. Okay, no problem. So let's move on to something a little different. This gun that I'm building, I'll just show you. I'm sure you've seen this. Hey, Mark, welcome, mate. How are you? I'll just show you. All right. So the videos that you're seeing on my channel of this build are about almost a week behind where I'm actually up to on the tank. So there's one went out just the other day. There's another one already uploaded, ready to go out on Monday, I think. And I think I have one going out on Thursday. They're already done. And now I'm working on the next one. But here is what I've done today. So there we go. Well, you can see that. But I clear coated this yesterday. I put the decals on. And there's all the decals on the back there as well. We've got all our tools all up on there. Where you can see that. You're getting a sneak peek. The tracks are already sort of weathered. I gave them a bit of a iron rust, bit of a rusty look. Now, the plan for this, there's a platform to go on the back where the crew are going to be in here loading up the gun. So the plan for this is this was situated in South Korea. And I want to put it in winter time in the snow. So I know I'm getting a bit ambitious. So I bought this little container here, and I only bought the container because it comes with this lid, and this lid is going to be the base for my diorama. So if you can imagine, that's going to be sitting in there like that. Now, what I want to do is have this on snow-covered ground. So the plan is to paint this black. So the only part that will show through might be a bit of the road surface under the snow. So what I'm just reading up here. Yeah, the decals look okay, although Here's another one you might be able to solve for me. I don't know if you can see it, but the inside of that letter C has come up cloudy. No, that one's actually clear. That one's okay. It's this one. Yeah, it's come up cloudy inside. I don't know why. Like, I've clear coated over everything again, so everything's sealed. Now, I did watch another video where the guy said, oh, you just use a pin and you go along and just pin prick it, and that should get, I think it's moisture in there. Maybe it's water trapped underneath. I thought when I clear coat over the top that it would get rid of it, but it didn't. It's really foggy. So, yeah. But just pin pricks in there apparently might fix it. But that's okay. It's come up nice. Sam saying, yes, photo frame. I know, but the $2 shop that sold photo frames wasn't open on Sunday, but Bunnings was, our hardware store here. So I got this instead. This will be fine. I'll just paint this black, and then what I'll do is I've got snow for it. So I've got transparent, we got Terrains, AK Terrains snow diorama. So this stuff will get spread across there. I've also got snow sprinkles, which sound like something you eat, but I wouldn't. And I think that you use that with that and put this as a layer over the top, and it gives it that more fresh look with the sparkle through it. So that should go really well. And then I've got some water gel, because obviously there's going to be melted parts, so it's going to be damp on the edges around the roadway. I got it all up here. It's just a matter of getting it all on here. So that's going to go on. And then I've got some pigments. We got track rust, which I used on the track and come up really well. Thank you. Yes, Moss. Okay. Yes, pin it, use microsol to get it to lie flat. All right. I will delicately, carefully do that. I'll give that a go. All right. Pete, Bunnings sells photo frames. No, do they? Is that clear? I don't know if they do, but anyway. Now, the thing I noticed with this was it went on quite dark, and like the tracks looked really rusty, almost too rusty. But then when I put the clear coat over, that dulled it all down quite a lot. But that's fine, because I can always add a bit more of this. Now, I also have North Africa dust. We don't want that. That was from a previous thing. I think in here I have mud. Oh, there it is. So we've got some dry mud, which when I look at the picture on here, it looks really light colored, maybe too light. But I'm sure I can darken it because I have also some dark brown wash. So, I'll just experiment. Also got the old snow, which is, well, I got the real snow in the bottle here. We've also got soot and rust in there as well, the Tamiya sets. So they're all good. Mr. Weathering, this is brown stain. So that's also, I'll spread that around on the tank. Tank, did I say? Stop calling it a tank. Okay, and this is a rust thing I use on ships. Yeah. I was told that even a vehicle like this that's being used in action is still going to have quite a bit of rust on it. One thing I didn't do with this, as I did with my previous build of the tank, was I did some chipping. So I bought chipping fluid, I sprayed that on, and I used that, and then I came along with a cotton bud and wiped it all off and did all the chipping. That came up real well. I didn't do that on this one, but I can still work around that. So what have we got? Let's have a look at the chat. What are you guys saying? We got, let me show you guys in chat here. Here we go. You can see the thickness of the decal. What's this? The problem I have is that you can see the thickness of the decal, not with setting them. When you look at the model, you can see how thick they are and look like decals and not painted on. Yeah, well, see, look how bright, shiny, new those decals are, and I've got to dull them up, and that's where washers are going to come in. I'm going to, put washers across this tank and streaking effects and so forth, keeping in mind that this is also covered in mud and snow. I mean, I'm even going to be putting snow, like on the top, like it's recently snowed. There's going to be snow picked up in the tracks a little bit. All depends on how long it's been parked. The diorama will have this parked, anchored in, and they'll be loading it, so it's in action. So I guess any snow on the tracks will have melted, but there'll be a little bit of snow on the tank. We'll see how this stuff looks. I did see some snow you can buy. It looked really good. You get like a sieve, and you put this stuff like flour, and you just put it over the top of the whole thing, and then you turn it upside down to get the excess off and brush off the excess, and you've got a layer of snow across the whole vehicle. Brilliant. What have we got? Moving on. Jim. Yes. We have a similar shop, a dollar shop down here where I buy little cups, plastic shot glasses for my paints and parts, and my plastic containers I use, cheap, and photo frames. I've showed this before, just here actually. So here's what I mean by a photo frame. There we go. Look at the dust on that. That's embarrassing. Hang on, let me wipe that before I show it. Oh, the dust in this place is just terrible. If I could, I'd rip the carpet up and get rid of the dust. And it's a little bit better. Not much. But anyway, so there's our ship in there. So that was on a photo frame. Yeah. Come up all right, eh? So, yeah. That's the Scharnhorst 1700 by Flyhawk. My God, there's a lot of parts to that. A lot of photo etch too. Only modelers will appreciate what goes into these things, Anybody else? Oh yeah, nice model of a boat. Yeah, they don't see the 500 pieces of photo etch on a 1/700 scale ship. All right. Sorry, I'm catching up with chat. Every kit though, yeah. Pete, what you got? Pete in the craft section. Yes, yeah, I know. Get cheap brushes there for weathering as well. All these cheap brushes. Pack of 10 of them for $1. They're good for weathering and stuff it's going to get ruined. To Randy from Moss. But if you use microsol, it will burn them into the paint a bit more. And then a good matte finish on top of that, and they should blend perfect. I'll show you what I use. So I use Mark Fit. There we go, focus. Mark Fit Strong. Does the job for me. Yeah. So that's what I'll be using. I don't actually have microsol. I have some other decal stuff in there. I can't remember what it is. It's not quite as strong as this. And I'm sure it'll be fine. Gloss coat first, then flat coat to finish can help. Oh, that's an idea too. Putting on a gloss coat and then putting a flat coat. That's like some people say you should put decals on a gloss coat. They go down better than a flat coat of clear. I don't see that at all. Clear's clear. Your surface still feels fine for the decal. I don't know. Go for it, painting. Sorry if I missed you earlier. How are you, mate? Welcome. Thank you for subscribing, and I'm glad you found the channel. Everybody's saying hello. Everybody's saying hello. I've got to catch up on chat. I'm falling behind. Sam saying hello. So you're all friendly people here. Who wants this? How are you, buddy? So you commented on my model. How are you? Good to see you. I'm glad you made it here now. Yes, I gave you the link to B&A that sell the Mark 1 aftermarket photo etch and so forth for the Arizona 1200. Yeah, it's expensive, as you can see. Cost almost as much as the actual ship, but that's the way it is with aftermarket, especially those full sets. But can you have my Arizona model? You know what? No. I like it where it is. It looks good on my shelf. But yeah, Microsoft started yep, basically junk. Okay, what we got here? Trumpeter. Why do you want mine? It's more fun building your own. You know, I want to. Okay, hello, welcome. You want to see my Arizona? Show the 1200 US Arizona. I could briefly bring it down to have a look if you want to see. Moving down the chat a bit faster. Oh, good on you, Jim. Machine gun add-on for your truck. Excellent. Excellent. All right, that's good. How hard is it to straighten PE, Randy? All right. How hard is it to straighten? It's quite hard. And yeah, it's very hard. If it's something like railings, you'll never get it looking like it was not bent in the first place. Yeah. Oh, really? Oh, that sucks, eh? Envelope in the box and bend some of it. And this is exactly the reason why I have a post office box at the post office. I don't get any mail sent to my address. Or I live in an apartment, so that's worse. We have a little letterbox like that. And the worst thing too is that a mailman will come here. If it won't fit in the letterbox, they'll go to the door, they'll buzz up. I'm 9 times out of 10 at work and no one's here. They will literally leave it at the door for anyone to walk along and pick up and take. So I get all my stuff sent to the post office. And it all goes straight into, if it doesn't fit in the box, then they leave a note in there and you can go in and pick it up. But yeah, I'm sorry, I forgot about my coffee. It's getting cold. And talking about post, I'm going to mention something that I've got on its way. Just got notification from Philadelphia in the US. Something on its way here. Air could get trapped under the deck, or gloss has less chance of air trapped. Okay, but this was very smooth. I did my clear coat on this is this one. So I'm using the TS80 flat clear, and yeah, nice layer of that. But yeah, that's probably true. Bumpy, that could happen. I think that has happened to me on my ship models in the past. What else we got? Okay, models. Jeff Donahue, Scale Modeling mentioned your channel in his latest video. Really? Oh, I've seen his video go up this morning, and I started to watch it, and something happened. Oh, that's right, the beach and the coffee shop. I have to go back and watch it. But yeah, Jeff's doing a fantastic job on his Canadian. I can't remember what it's called, but I'm sure it's going to look fantastic. I'm just trying to think what that thing is he's building. The armored machine gun carrier. That's it. Unusual. He also sent me a message the other day of a new a kit by Ben Mini Art of a nice, bright, colourful looking truck. That would be an interesting one. It's a new model. If you hear that beeping in the background, it's me. It's not you guys. I have 3 watches up on the shelf here that I bought when I was in Thailand, and somehow I set the alarm on one of them, and I don't know how to turn it off. So at this time every day that alarm goes off and I can't turn it off. Anyway, the dramas I go through. But yeah, Jeff, lighter press down. What do you heat the PE with a lighter? Press down with something metal. Yeah, just be careful with the lighter though. If it's really thin PE, it could just shrivel up and disappear in front of your eyes. It all depends on what you're trying to straighten. If it's a flat piece, then yeah, that could work. Yeah, good luck with that. What else we got here? John Marley. Think of a paper clip. It'll break after about 7 bends back and forth. Brass is more malleable, but a postage bend should be okay. Yeah, that's right. You only get so many chances if you're doing stuff backwards and forwards. So yeah, I actually had my the German rescue ship photo etch. One of the sheets, the corner of it was bent, and it was part of I think it was part of a rail or something. But the problem with it was that photo etch is steel. It's not brass. It's steel photo etch. My God, that stuff is hard. Even where the marks are for the folding, it is so hard to fold it and make a sharp fold without a curve and getting a bend in it. Yeah, if you see photo etch that's steel in kits, try and avoid it. I don't know who makes it, but it's terrible stuff. There's a couple of different, like trumpeters models that come with photo etch is quite good. It comes up really nice. Bends easy. It's not too weak. But yeah, good luck with straightening your photo etch. Laying on a tile and putting a weight on it, you've got to really correct. It's going to go back, like he was saying before. If you anneal it, heat it up, and then laying it flat and put a weight on it, that might work. It's not going to bend back. It should stay in that position. If you can heat it up, I'd be doing that. Yeah. Spitfire Mark II, a couple of weeks away. Can't wait. Fantastic. That's good, John. Excellent. I have. Most of you probably know that 2 years ago, I built my first model. All right. I never built models as a kid. I don't know what happened. I missed out. Yeah, never did. I was more computer geek, computer nerd than a model builder. Yeah. So I have never built an aeroplane. Never. And yet I've got the Spitfire down in there It's going to be a group build with Jason and hopefully with Hibbo sometime. I'm looking forward to trying that. It'll be my first plane. Fortunately, the thing about that kit is it comes with 2 aircraft in it. So if I stuff the first one up, I've got a second chance. But yeah, I've never built an aircraft. I've built a helicopter. I did a helicopter. And I've built, here it is. There you go. I built that. That's an aircraft. Well, spacecraft. There we go. So, yeah, still in the ship area, you know, like spaceship, helicopter, gunship. I've got a hovercraft down there. Yeah. Although now we've moved on from ships. Yeah, we've moved on from ships. Watching Jeff at the moment. Jim, good on you. Yep. See, multitasking. Go for it, painting. Yes, Canadian armour machine gun carrier. That's right. Good. That's what it is. Definitely, John. Yeah, check out his coal truck with real coal. Fantastic. He ordered some real coal to put in the tray of that truck. That's great. On his shop card. Excellent. Sam, was it humid when you sprayed? Yeah, humidity can do that, definitely. Early morning cool. I'd like to do your painting in the morning. Yes. Okay. Butane torch, a quick pass over with the PE to anneal it. That's right, that's the best way. A lighter can get a bit hot to hold after a while. Metal etching, yes, does it? Yeah. Okay. What else are we up to? You need to bend over. You need to overbend the P because it springs back. That's right, do. Build a stunning, that's why I've subscribed. Thank you. Where's our mate that was on before that wanted to see the Arizona? You still there? You still want me to grab that ship and bring it out for you to have a look at? I know you said you were going to build it, and you wanted to know about the MK1 aftermarket set for it. Catapults, fantastic. All right, I'm caught up in chat. Wow, that's good. Let me have a look. We've got 14 watching. That's good. I don't know how update that is, but that's good. Yes, guys. Yeah, give us a thumbs up if you like this. Thank you very much. All helps the algorithm and gets people like new subscribers that come in and discover the channel because YouTube's decided to spread the word out a bit more. So that's fantastic. Don't forget your thumbs up. Cool. So does he want to see my Arizona? Let me see if you're still in chat. I can actually see in chat who's there, participants. Yes, you are still there in chat. All right. All right, nice to see you. Thank you, mate. Going to get a haircut? Good. I had one the other day, if you can tell. Save a fortune in shampoo now. The bottle lasts me 6 months. Yeah. Yeah, you have a good weekend too. Excellent, mate. Please. Okay, yes, mate. Arian, is that how we name? Valdez? Arian, is that how I say your name? All right, then. Okay, I'll grab this thing, all right? And I have to be careful because it is quite big, all right? Give me 1 second. All right, here we go. There it is. You can see that? There it is. All right. There you go. There you go. Look. Whoop. The waves are a bit rough. There we go. Okay. There it is, all the rigging. She's big. She's sort of big. How long did that take me to build? Gosh, I don't remember. Probably about 2 months. I built this when I was unemployed and I had more time. Just trying to, there we go. There we go. So yeah, probably a couple of months. It was a good build. No problems with it. Everything went together really well. The deck's really nice on it. It's a wooden deck, came with the wooden deck as part of the, I think I bought that extra. Yeah. All right, I'm going to put this back. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, so, yes, 1/200. I think that's the only 1/200 scale ship I have. Oh, other than the Yamato sitting in the box under the bed, which is about half that length again. The Yamato works out at about 5 foot long. Yeah, that's going to be a big build. I'm actually going to have to move my TV. I have a 52-inch TV on a bench. I'm going to have to move that and get it mounted to the wall so I can use the stand that it's on as the base or somewhere to put the Yamato. Okay, so what are we up for? Thanks, mate. Good, you're off. No worries. What do we got here? You found me via Jason at Model Kit Stuff. Great. Okay, yeah, Jason. Yes, me and him have been working hard, and we actually did the Queen Mary you see up here. We did the Queen Mary together. He's still building it. It must be a year ago now, I think. Gosh, yeah. Yeah, we started this at the same time. Him and Stephen Payne, who was the ship designer, was helping us out along the way. And yeah, he's still building it. But, yeah, I couldn't take that long. And plus I did lights in mine. Mine all lights up. I'd show you, but it won't plug in. It's not plugged in at the moment. I don't think it is. No, it's not. So yeah, Jason's yeah, he's busy. He's pumping out some videos. He's been quite busy. Okay. Yeah, you happy you saw it? Good, mate. I hope you get out there and build one. Thank you. What have we got here? Oh, I went the other way. I haven't cut my hair in 2 years. Really? Oh, I couldn't. Man, I need it short. Yeah. How are we going? How long will it take to build? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe 2 months. But my Arizona playlist there, you can watch the whole thing from the unboxing. Like I gave you the link to that. You can watch the whole thing and then watch the whole build go through to the end. That was one of my earlier ships. Yeah, Arizona Memorial. Yeah, imagine that. Very good. All right, I'm catching up. I have 1700 Bismarck trumpet. It took me 20 minutes to build. I saw the video of you building it. Oh, yes, you did. Okay, 20 minutes to build. Really? You must have good eyesight. I couldn't. Wow. Yeah, mine's sitting over there in the case. One of those little cases there is the Bismarck. Yeah. I actually got 2 more cases just last week from my supplier. I actually have a guy down the coast that fits windscreens but also does acrylic cases, fish tanks mainly. And yeah, he does me a really good deal on cases. Last wooden ship took 11 years. Wow. A few wars got in the way. Process of medical discharge from RAAF. I plan to be modelling more often. Fantastic. Wow, wooden ships. You know, just 2 weeks ago, I went to my first model show. Never been to a model show before. And it was mostly wooden ships down at the Ashfield Leagues Club or something, West's Leagues Club. First time I've been in a Leagues Club for a long time too. And it was quite good. Some of those ships there, wow. I think that's something that I would plan to do when I retire. Because, yeah, they're a big project, eh? There was a guy sitting there working on this beautiful ship, and I thought, wow, look at the detail of all the rope work and stuff. Yeah. See you all later. Okay, Philip, if you're still there, catch you later, mate. Thanks for joining in. That's excellent. I found him doing research on the Megami. Yeah, that's an interesting ship too. I've actually got, what have I got down there? I've got the what's it called? Japanese light carrier. Oh, I can't think of what it was. I've got the Chikuma, and that's a Mikuma. I'm not sure. Same. It's still in the box, so I haven't built that yet. You know, I mean, God, you know, here I am. I'm starting to build up a stash of all things. I never, you know, gosh, I don't want that to get out of hand like some people. My God. Everybody is saying goodbye. Good. He's probably gone. I've got to catch up on chat. Sam. Paul, what are you building at the moment? Okay. Gary Wombat Models. Hey, g'day, mate. How are you? Glad you could be here. Good on ya. Haven't been to the barber since 1992. Oh, I'm going to say you have long hair. You shave your own. You know, during COVID and lockdown, when everybody had dreadlocks because we couldn't get our hair cut because we were all in lockdown, I bought one of those shaver things. You can do it your own. Yeah, my God, that made a mess of my head. Oh, God. Actually, it wasn't too bad. You just got to keep at it. But you never get around the ears properly and around the back. I live on my own. If I had someone here to do it for me, I'd be fine. But on your own, yeah, I was looking a bit rough. Okay, hello. Saying hello to Sam. Since I'm going on 65, I refuse to do 1/700 lol. You know, I said that a couple of months ago, and then I went and bought the Yamato 1/700 when I was in Thailand at the Tamiya shop in Bangkok, and I thought, well, I bought that, but it's a big 1/700, so it was okay. The videos are going out actually tomorrow morning. The part 2 of the series of that Yamato 1/700 will be out tomorrow morning, so you'll see that. Yeah, but that was a good build. That was a little practice for the big 1/200. Yeah, but you're right. The stuff's too small. Hey, I don't know about you guys and you guys modeling, but you know those Optivisor. Here we go. These things here, I couldn't build any models without this. You know, I mean, in fact, I find I'm wearing these more and more when I shouldn't be wearing them. You know, just for the fact of making things bigger. I do have other glasses, but they're just those cheap ones you buy. They're not prescription or anything, just magnify a little bit. They work out all right. And I went to an optometrist about a month ago to get my eyes looked at because, you know, I never glasses never even crossed my mind before I started building models 2 years ago, and now they're screwed. Hey, I mean, up close. I mean, I can't read this. No way. At any distance, it's just nothing. I can't read that. 2 years ago, I could read that. You know. So, but yeah, these things. Yeah. So I went to the optometrist. He did all these tests, tons of stuff. Now, 6 months into modelling, I went and got tested at the optometrist, and I showed him the $10 glasses I'm wearing, and he said, "Mate, if they work for you, keep wearing them. There's nothing I can give you that's going to make any better. Your eyesight is fine. Just those magnifying for close up, that's all you need." But when I went to the one a month ago, he did all these tests. My God, he bought, what was it? I've got stuff here. You know, he said, "You got this genetic disorder, you got this stuff happening with your eyes, you got this going wrong, you got that going wrong." He made me buy this eyelid solution for $45, which I haven't even used. I just got ripped off. I just thought, you know. And when he said to me, gave me a prescription for 2 other things I'm supposed to buy. Mind you, the glasses I need are these bifocal lens things of $400-500, and but the prescriptions were not something I could just go across the road and choose between 3 or 4 chemists, pharmacies. Oh no, I had to go to a website and order them where I'm sure he gets commission, and I thought, this guy's just having me on. So I ended up nothing to do with that. So I'm back to these and my $10 glasses. Yeah. So that's okay. I can see with these. I can see with these and the others. It's good enough. What else we got? Catching up again. I talk too much. I gotta keep going. Everyone's saying hello. Right. What size Missouri? I don't know who that's to. 4th grade, you've been making model kits. First one was 700 Arizona, Hawaii and Pearl Harbor. That's nice, mate. That's good. That's good. You know, you could always, if you wanted, anybody's welcome to catch up with me on Facebook. I've got the link is on my YouTube page. In the description at the bottom of any of my videos, you'll see I've got a Facebook link. And there you might see some extra photos I take. I took some photos today, actually, of almost said it, tank, of this armoured vehicle, and put that on my Facebook page. But everybody's welcome to go check my Facebook out. Boy, chat's moving on. Got to move on. Verifier kit, 1350. Started putting life rafts and ammo lockers. Good. Anyone interested in doing 1-700 kits? What's the name of them? I can't think. This happened to me before. I was trying to remember the name of this brand. Somebody in chat knows. They do 1-700 and really detailed ones. What do we got? I'm going to skip down a bit. Check. Saying hello. Paint my small parts. Made a glue applicator as well. Thanks again for the ideas. Hey, no worries. That glue applicator, I've got that glue applicator I made when I started building the Kitty Hawk there, because there was so many parts for that, and that was a 1.5 years ago, and it's the same one. That same piece of wire I've been burning the glue off. Yeah, just a bit of wire stuck into a pen and works fine. The wire, yeah, actually I got that idea to wire your small parts, glue a bit of wire to the end, from Jeff Donahue. Yeah, he gave me that idea from his channel. So yeah, lots of ideas. What was my first model? Oh gosh. this is embarrassing. I didn't videotape this. This was before I did my YouTube channel. So I did actually build a couple of models before I decided to go on YouTube. I will show you my first model. Nobody has seen this, okay? So there it is. That's the HMS Cornwall. All right, there it is. My very first. The color is completely wrong. I don't know where that color came from. I did do the weathering. You can see the weathering of the anchors and the hull, a bit of salt marks on the hull, all the deck. That is my first model. Yeah. Some of the railing's starting to come off, and there's a lot of dust on it. So, yeah, I know, Monique. Yes, I'll get the dust off it one day. Yeah, the HMS Cornwall. There you go. See, I was right into computers, and I was a bit of a computer nerd and a gamer. I played heaps of games on computers. And then one guy I know that does videos all about graphics cards and performance computer stuff, he put up an Instagram picture of the Bismarck model that he built. And I saw it and I thought, wow, that looks really cool. So I thought, oh, I'm going to try and build a model. And I went and bought that. And I've been hooked since. And I don't play I don't play any computer games anymore. They're all sitting there on the desktop, but I haven't played them. So those visors are good. That one I have is good. It's I'll just show you. There it is here. That's the box it come in. So again, look at the dust. So it's the Vision Aid one. There's the website. visionaidmagnifier.com. All right. The reason I got two is because they accidentally sent me two. There's another one in there. Yeah. So pretty good. They've got all your lenses in here. Like I say, this is one I haven't. So there's all your lenses, different strengths. One tip I'll give you with these is this is a more expensive one, all right, because it has doesn't have batteries. It's USB, so you charge it, and when you charge it, God, it'll last weeks. But you don't always use the light. But yeah, it's got a USB connection. The cheaper one has a battery in the front, and the weight of the battery in the front of the visor actually makes it a little bit uncomfortable. This is what I've been told by others, and it can actually slide down your nose on a hot day if you get a bit sweaty or whatever, and you can feel it more there and a bit more pressure. But the USB one is a lot lighter, and you hardly notice it there. So yeah, they're really good. I think they're about $40, $50. I'm not sure. So, you know. All right, we're moving on. The same. Can't model without optivising now. Yeah, it's the same. What are the odds? Yeah. I can show you my models. Yeah, well, if you've got Facebook, you know, you can always share. I think that works. You can share stuff to my page, or if you've got it on Facebook, just add me on Facebook. There we go. I can have a look. Wombat models. The first and only ship I ever built was the 1700 kit. I can't for the life of me recall what it was. I do have a 1720 USS Carl Vinson that I will do for a carrier air wing project. Okay. It's funny, isn't it? When I got into this hobby, I noticed that ship modelers are a rare breed, and ship modelers tend to just build ships, you know. Like I see the shows online, and the ship are a small percentage of what's on show. Aircraft, armor, that's the big thing, isn't it? Cars, of course, bikes, so forth. But ships are a rare thing. But I'm enjoying branching out into armor. I'm really enjoying that. You know, I would like to build cars and give that a go, but it's a real problem. Here's the dust. You know, I've got carpet through the place. I'm not kidding. Like after 2 days, if I was to leave anything, like any surface, after 2 days, you run your finger across it, there's dust there. And to get that paintwork on a car, I mean, you don't weather a car. Every model car, well, most of them are as new condition, beautiful, shiny mirror paintwork. I couldn't do that because where am I going to let the thing dry that's not going to get dust on it? You know? I mean, I do have plastic containers as it is with a lid, and I put things like this and my models in that and cover it over to let things dry. But just the process of, I've sprayed stuff on my little bench in there and taken it near the window and see dust already there, especially when you're doing the hull of a ship or something. Ship's not so big a deal, the dust, because, you know, it's all part of the weathering and stuff. You can sort of get around it. But one speck of dust in the bonnet of a car, it messes it up, doesn't it? So we got some good thumbs up. Thanks, guys. It's really good. The Oshima models. Okay. Oshimara. Looks cool. Thank you. I'm moving down the chat. I'm way back in chat. I'm going to have to skip through a few. First attempt. Yeah, not bad for a first attempt. Oh, seriously, yeah, this will make you laugh. Fun fact. My first clippers I was using to take pieces off the sprue were nail clippers. How's that? In fact, I still have them. Here we go. So these were my first pair of nippers. They're for your toenails. Look at that. Hey? They're going to sit on the wall of shame in years to come, and I'll be talking about that's how I started with toenail clippers. Oh gosh. Moving down. 12 years old. Okay, hung it from the ceiling. Very good. This is hull of red ships. Thoughts on doing red over yellow versus hull red on ships? Glad you mentioned that there, Andy. I was thinking that most likely the next ship I build will be that Yamato. And I saw somebody, I think it was a Japanese modeler, or maybe a Korean modeler. He's got a YouTube channel where he sprayed yellow. He did the whole hull yellow and then did the red over the top. And he layered it so that the yellow just sort of showed through a little bit. And it just showed it looking like it was just weathered like it would. And then he did little bits of green here where there might have been algae and then blended it in, and it looked really good. Hull red itself, particularly Tamiya's hull red, is too brown for me, you know. That Kitty Hawk up there, that's got hull red, and it's a bit too brown. Even with hull red, I'll mix red into it just to brighten it up a little bit. So yeah, they look a bit better. I could show you my Varyag, the Russian ship, where I added some red to that hull, and it looks so much better. What are we all going on? I'm going to catch up. Battery's not USB. Yeah, the USB is much better. Yes, I'll do making bigger models. Yeah, I know. Go for it, Penny. Phone. You don't have a phone. Okay. Paint magnifying glass, but it was very difficult. Paint with a magnifying glass, very difficult. Yeah. The problem with these and any sort of magnifying is it warps the image. There's a curvature on the lens that your eyes don't correct. And when you try and put something straight and you think, oh, there you go, that's straight, and then you look at the other angle, you realize the thing's bent like that. It's because of the curvature of these things. And normal glasses as well, I find. That's the trouble I have. I know prescription glasses, if I was going to spend the money, they can correct that. So, yeah, but I don't think I'm going to go to that optometrist. He was just scamming me for too much. Bilge Rat. Hey, good to see you, mate. How are you? Glad you can make it. What are we doing? God, what time is it? I've been going for over an hour already. Wow, time flies. Yeah, so how drying out up there, Alex, I'm sure. I think the rain's gone, which is good. What do you think about magnifying lamps? Don't use them. You can see what I have there. So I've got there, that ring light is for my camera that points down above the bench. I'll get out of the way there. So my camera will video down for the top-down view, and that light will be on. That there is an LED light. It's like 5,000 watts. It's massive bright. I need that because not only do I have dark carpet, which reflects no light, but the roof, the ceiling is grey. Not as grey as that, but it is grey. And it's quite dark in here. All right, so I need as much light. And light's very important for your modelling. Try a rusted out junker car. Yeah, that would be cool, eh? Something like in the front yard of a paddock with a tree up through the engine bay. Yeah, I drive past a few of them when I go down the coast. Yeah, they look great. I mean to stop and take photos too. Yeah, but then dust wouldn't be a problem, would it? What else we got? Show all your model kits. Well, maybe. I don't have that many. Well, they're building up. In fact, I've got built models away in the cupboard that aren't on display because I don't have the space. Yeah, that's right, Jim. Your Facebook page is doing really well too. New subscribers coming in all the time. Fantastic, yeah. It must keep you busy, keeping under control too. Yeah, we'll take a ship over a car for that reason. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Who's your mum? Found new chickens, so playing Who's Your Mum? Okay, good one. Most of us did, yeah. I'm catching up on chat, good. Question, yeah. Ebron, yes. I know you keep mentioning, yes. Parallax view, called the parallax view, okay. From the UK. Hello, Rob. Mate. G'day from the UK. People are starting to wake up in the UK. It's now probably about 8 a.m. or getting that way. Very good. There we go. Moving on. Be right back. No worries. Pete, I have a pair of glasses that the optometrist did for me, just for modelling. Yeah. What do they cost you, though? See, I was given a choice of a pair of glasses for reading, okay, which is okay, and then another pair of glasses for modelling. Or I could get one pair of glasses for both, so they would have that bifocal sort of thing into the lenses. I don't know how that would work, but you know. The other one he said, for computers, for looking at your computer screen. But I can just make the print bigger on the computer. That's not a problem. I can't make the print bigger on the back of something like that. Which, see, I struggle. You know, I struggle to read that. I mean, you guys could probably read that almost. Look, I'll put that up there. You guys could almost read that. 2 years ago, I didn't have that problem. No problem at all. You know, 2 years ago, actually 4 years ago, I had my weapons license, and I could carry anything up to a 12-gauge shotgun. And every year we'd have to go and renew our license at the shooting range and fire into the target, and I was always spot on, bullseye, no problems. But my distance sight is fine. My distance is okay. It's just all this up this close work. The weapons license, because I was a security officer, which I no longer am. 8:30, okay, yes, good. Oh, well, maybe if we're lucky, Sam, Sue might wake up. You know, Sue and Paul might wake up and give us a hello. What are the chances? Should I text Sue? Maybe I should send Sue a text. How about this, eh? Saying, wake up and jump online. I'm looking for you, eh? Let me try that. Let's see. Let's go have a look. Sue, Ice Queen 7. Where is she? She's on here somewhere. There she is. I'm going to text her good morning, all right? Good morning. We'll see if she's got her phone on and she wakes up. All right, there we go. I just texted good morning. All right. Well, I do consider myself as part Aussie, as I've lived in Fremantle for a lot of years and loved the rugby. Yeah. Perth, Fremantle, very nice over there, very hot. They're coming up into the hot time of the year now. It cost you $250 for the modelling and the ones that I wear, and that was after my health fund rebate. I don't have a health fund, so it probably cost me twice as much. But yeah, we'll talk later, Sam. I'm interested in hearing just how much better that made you. The glasses made it for you. You know, is it that big of an improvement? And I would spend the money. I've been scanning instructions and blowing on my iPad. Yeah, well, you know, I could do that on the computer screen. Download the instructions from Scalemates or something if they're there, and watch them. That's enough. That works. Trouble is, I'm over there. My laptop is only for the videoing, and I'd have to turn around to look at the computer screen over here. Mind you, this is a big screen. I've got a curved. I don't know how big this is, but it's quite a wide screen, curved monitor. So yeah, I could probably see it. You don't think so? All right. It's up at 3:20 under P and play. I saw a dog today. There was this woman down at the cafe sitting across from me. When I first walked in, I looked at this thing and I'm like, God, you should have seen it. It had bows in its hair, a bow in its tail. It had this outfit on. It was a Maltese poodle, right? So it was the size of a poodle, but it had straight hair like a Maltese. Weird. Anyway, I mentioned the dog to her. I asked her what sort it was, and she told me, you know. And I thought, oh, yeah, I mean, I don't have room for a dog. I'm ringing her, Sam. Oh, you're ringing Sue? Oh, you're going to get me in trouble. Okay. Perth, mate. Yes, Perth. I've got cousins that live in Perth. Haven't been there for a long time. You guys are mean. We are, eh? Well, come on. It's It's Friday morning. She's probably getting ready to go to work. She would be up. It's not like it's a weekend. I wouldn't do it if it was a weekend. Or maybe I would. It's funny, when she was doing the live stream, we're all texting her while she was trying to read out the Facebook photos. Richard, good on you. Yeah, send her a message. She'll wonder what's going on. She drives a bus, I think, something to do with school. So she probably can't answer back if she's doing that. It's probably about school time, wouldn't it be? Kids going to school? I don't know. I like their idea of their what's the model show that's coming up over there in a couple of weeks? Telford, the Telford one, and the Spice Bus, the Spice Bus. That was brilliant. I tell you what, they were talking about that. I would, if they organised a Spice Bus to go to Telford next year, I would fly all the way over there just to do that. I seriously would. That would be the funniest thing. Oh, gosh. Pete, Sue is on holidays. Oh, okay. No worries. Okay, it's half term here. She's still in bed. All right. Anybody, all you guys that have Sue's number, send her a text. Oh, I didn't say that. I'll cut that out. I can't cut it out. We're live. Oh, well. Our schools just went back, I think. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, my God, I've caught up with chat. Isn't that good? Finally. Wow. We've got 16 watching. Very good. 24 thumbs up. Fantastic. Twice as many thumbs up as watching almost. That's good. That's good. All right. Well, I don't think I want to finish up just yet. We'll keep going a little bit longer. So yeah, I'm happy with this. This is good. My first live stream. This will be every Friday. It won't be at this time every Friday. We'll do one a little bit later. So this one was at 5 p.m. Sydney time. Next week I'm going to do one about midday, 11 a.m. And the following week we might do a later one around about 8 p.m. So that's going to be about 10 a.m. in the UK. Let's see, what time is it in the US now? I know they have different time zones over there, but see, it's 3:30 in the morning. You know, yeah. So if I do one at 6 hours early, it'll be in the afternoon. So I'll get an afternoon in one for next Friday. But what I would do is I'll always post it up on the Wednesday, so 2 days before, so you'll get notification of the live stream. I'm going to look more at this Streamlabs here. There's more I can do. I can work out on the intro, do stuff. I can also share my screen somehow. So if I want to show anything on there, we can do that. But it's good, yeah. Just to talk about everything. At least we pretty much stayed on subject quite well today, which was good. I know sometimes things can go off at a tangent. Well, I don't wonder where Jason never showed up, and which is unusual because I tried to ring him this morning and went to his answering machine. So we'll see what happens. We're just looking at messages on my phone, but yeah, I haven't heard from him. I'll give him a call after the stream, just make sure everything's all good with him up there. Friday's his day off, apparently. So he's been working hard. He's been setting up his new business. He's got a lot of new companies coming online. He's got a big announcement, which I won't say anything about, but you'll probably hear that maybe next week or the week after, of a new client that's going to be buying paints. So he's been stressing out. His business is growing much faster than he could have ever dreamed. So, but he's doing really well, so that's good. Hey, Dominic's on. How are you, mate? Good to see you. Good morning to you. Glad you're in. You spoke to him, the Savo. Okay. All right. Well, I guess he's just ignoring me then. I understand. That's okay. All right. I'll give him a ring later. Queensland time, yeah, they're an hour different from us here. He's busy. Yeah, well, he should. This is his day off. Fridays is his modelling day. His missus and me both told him he's got to have a day off. Maybe he's busy building models. Let's hope so. Yeah, he was waiting on a very important email that came through last night while I was talking to him, actually. And he said, I've got to go. And that was the last I heard of him. So, like I say, there's big news coming for him. It's his model day today, that's right. And if you went over and saw his channel, for those who don't know, which you all guys do, there's a couple of new people in here. Go to Aussie Scalemodeling on YouTube and check out his channel. Obviously, we do Aussie Modelers Live, our live stream every Sunday. But maybe he'll finish the tank. Yes. No. Well, maybe. I could believe that that's quite a possibility now. Yeah, he might do that. Surprise everyone. He was going to decide whether he should start the Lancaster build or his Titanic build. I suggested he do the Lancaster because I remember how excited he was when he got that delivered, and I thought, yeah, give that a shot. Plus, that Titanic's going to take him a year to build that. And I don't know if you want to get stuck into something that ambitious. You know, I know the Lancaster's a big one too, but I don't know. We'll see what he wants to do. Dominic saying good morning to everybody. I agree. Up here, yeah, you should. Loved him to see you get a US distributor. Yes. Well, Randy. Yes. Not saying anything. Buy in Thailand. Yes. I know, Jim. I know. And I would, you know, everything's up in the air at the moment. But, I mean, a lot of you guys know I want to move to Thailand to live. My plan was to, at the end of next year, actually about this time next year, would be to be living in Thailand. So I've got a girlfriend I've had for coming on 6 years now over there. And, yeah, that's where I want to be. And, yeah, I enjoyed my last couple of months ago when I was there for 6 weeks. It was fantastic. So maybe if Jason and Outlaw Paints need a distributor for Southeast Asia, I got my hand up. I'll happily whip over there and be the sales rep for Southeast. I opened myself up, not just Thailand. We could do Malaysia and Cambodia and Vietnam. We'll get all of it in. Modelling is, it's a different scene over there, but there's some quality modelers over there. Amazing stuff. A couple of guys on Facebook I've got just do some amazing stuff. The guys I went and visited in that Mr. Yee's, Uncle Yee model shop, the video's on my channel. Their room where they invite anybody in from the locals, they're in Bangkok, to build models and that, and they are entering into shows, and some of the work that goes through there and the quality is fantastic. Those dioramas, they were building the Yamato. They had a few of them. So stop talking, keep going through the chat. Maybe he'll finish the tank. Yes, maybe. James is there. G'day, James. Great. See, all our English people are waking up and coming on. It's excellent. Sam saying hello to James. Got to go. Catch you next time. Good one, mate. Thanks for being here. Hope you're well. Yes, Sam is well. Said he was going to finish the tank. Sam, but yeah, he will finish that tank pretty soon, I think. There's not much left to do. Well, he's just got to paint it. I don't know if he's done any of the figures for it. We'll see. Sam, yeah. What's this? How long has Nigel been working the Lancaster? Yeah, well, but look at the detail Nigel goes into it. You know, I mean, he's just, yeah. And besides, he's been on and off a bit and taking a break and working on his Land Cruiser, actually doing his video for that. He's back in the modelling now. He's getting back onto it again. Then he took that 2 weeks off when the Queen passed away. So, but yeah, he's back. Not with me. Yeah. First customer? No worries, mate. We'll give you a special edition, collector's edition. I might deliberately put a couple labels on upside down. They might be worth a fortune in the future. Icky Sticky and Me Pete. Oh, of course, yes. Nigel's been working on it for a while, yes. Then YouTube stuffed him around. Yes, see, he had to redo a few videos. Yeah. I got him onto, what's the name of the one I use? Epidemic Sound. All right, so they're the ones I use. You pay a subscription per month. It's not much, $15 or something, and there's thousands of titles on there that you can use that have no royalties, no nothing. It's all free to use. You can search under all the different types of music you want, and it's fine. I've been using that for all my music on videos, and I think Nigel's got onto that as well. You just got to be careful where you get your music from. Or don't, like me, you know, I don't use much. You know, the only time I use music is my intro one that I've got. That's a permanent thing for the beginning and the end of my YouTube videos. But everything else in between, the only time I use video is if I'm doing a time lapse, and I fill that up with something. But I get that off that Epidemic site, so it's no problem at all. So yeah, Nigel's done a lot of research. Yeah, he really gets into it, doesn't he? He sent me some rudders for my Yamato the other week, so I've got to add them to the box. That's great. Sue is active on Messenger now. Okay, see, I got my volume down, so we got Jason at ModKit Stuff just thrown up a shop card and shout out video, so you might want to whip over and check him out after you've finished here. We got I'd like to send you one of them. Please give me your Go For It Painting has a shop card. He wants to send me. All right, I'll catch up with the messages after this, and I'm getting a few come through. I'll catch up with you all. Yeah, that'd be great. Shop card. We got strike for background music from outside. Yeah, that can happen too. Even, was it Thai music playing? Yeah, it's surprising that that would happen. Oh, yeah, you do have to be careful. Yeah, kind of sucks, doesn't it? But yeah, if you really want to pay a subscription, I think there's a free trial. Epidemic Sound is the name of them. It's epidemicsound.com. They're fine. No problems with that at all. and quite a huge selection of whatever you want. You want old music, you want stuff to do with ships or whatever, you can find something. Yes, Sue is doing one of those creepy little, I don't know what they are, things she's painting up. But the first video I watched, she was so nervous. The second video, I've watched some of it, and she's gotten over the nerves a little bit. I'm thinking, why are you nervous? You do live stream, live in front of everybody, no problem. And yet, yeah, she was all quiet and hello everybody, and it was fantastic. Arian Valdez, what's your favorite ship? Boy, I get this question, and I'm sure other people who build models, will get the question, what's your favorite model? And I have to give the answer I give when people ask me, where's your favorite country you visited? Because pre-COVID, I used to travel a lot. So every year I would spend a month or two overseas. To give you an idea, 2019, just before COVID hit, I just got back from, where was it? Well, from Africa. So I spent 6 weeks in Tanzania on a safari through the Serengeti. I went to Nairobi, Kenya. Went through all the wildlife parks there. I went rafting on the Nile in Uganda, at the source of the Nile. I went to Rwanda. The border was shut, but they opened it for us, so we were lucky. We went into Rwanda and went to the genocide memorial and all through there. And then I came back the year before that. I think I was in Africa again. Went to Zambia, Botswana, Namibia, South Africa. And I've been to Morocco in the north, Africa, Egypt, and then and all through Asia. Every year I've been doing it for the last 10 years. I think I've told the story before. It started with Everest expedition in Nepal, but we won't go back into that. What's your favorite country? What's your favorite ship? I can only say it depends on the build, doesn't it? Every build's different. How much photo etch you're doing, or how much details on it, or how much you weathered it, or was it one you did like the Kitty Hawk? That one there was a pretty big one. That with the MK photo etch for that, which had 15 sheets of photo etch and all the extras. There's nearly $2,000 worth of model there. And I built that in probably about less than 9 weeks. I spent 8 hours a day working on that, 7 days a week, loving it. One of the first models I built after that one I showed earlier. So that would be up there with one of my favorite. But then again, I like the Hermann Maui, the German rescue ship I did. I really enjoy that. But then I've got the ocean liner up there. I can't pick one. And it's like with countries. There's certain things in certain countries you go there for. Thailand, it's the people and the culture and the fresh food. Oh, the food is so good. And obviously Africa is the animals and the villages and the Maasai warriors and so forth. The cultures, it's cultures traveling, but no one particularly favourite country either. It was the Thai music, thought so. What else we got? Chat is going fast. I've got to catch up with you guys. I have videos we made in Iraq during. I have 3 up on strikes for the music on YouTube. Yeah, okay, yeah. Now, a lot of people don't know this, but I actually have another channel. Yeah, I'm not going to mention it. I do have some videos from Africa there, some of the wildlife and so forth, but it was really amateur stuff. It's a slideshow, actually. I think it's just a slideshow of photography. I had a massive lens, like a 600mm lens I took over there, Canon lens, and I got some amazing photographs. If you dig deep in my Facebook, you would be able to go back to and see all those. Very good. Talking to us. Yeah, it is when you start doing this. Yeah, I'm not game enough to go back and look at my first videos I put out. I'd probably, if I saw how bad they were, I'd probably take them down. Well, but you got to start somewhere. Where you been, Randy? Japan, Okinawa, Philippines, Thailand, Iraq, Afghanistan, Ireland. Oh, yeah, mate, you got to travel. I swear. You know, anyone out there who has kids, get them to travel. You've got to know what's outside your own country, and especially if you go to third world countries, and make you realise just how lucky you are to have what you have, and realise that people that aren't as fortunate as you are can be just as happy with what they've got. Yeah, amazing. Yeah. Sam asking a question. Yeah, much better on the second part. Yes, it was. She'll get better as she goes. Yeah, for sure. You build up confidence. Part of the Steel Cat's decommissioning crew. Okay. Very good. Well, there you go. It wasn't in the Navy. The answer's that. Just the uniform. Yep. From the your picture there. Adrian's there. Okay. Engine repair. Crew. He's not to Marine Corps. Heavy truck driver. There you go. Very good. Chinook crew. Very good. Wow, I've caught up the chat again. All right. And still 17 watching. 26 thumbs up. Fantastic. All right. I'm going to have to call it quits. I've been going nearly 2 hours. That's twice as long as I was expecting. 2 hours is the limit. Because nobody's going to watch the replay of this for 2 hours, are they? Seriously, you know, the attention span will be pushing it for 20 minutes. In fact, they reckon that most videos should not be more than 20 minutes long on YouTube. You know, I mean, I struggle. Here, I'm going to start talking again. Another half hour will go by. I struggle to make 1 hour videos. You know, I mean, I don't edit anything. I just, you know, I might cut out background noise and might happen and things like that. But, you know, how do I make an hour's video of 4 hours at the table there? You know, yeah, I don't know. Anyway, but as you'll see tomorrow morning, when in about 12 hours, in about 10 hours from now, I think it is, 12 hours, the Yamaha 1700 Part 2 will come out. You'll see that most of that video is all time-lapse. I did a completely different thing in that, so completely different. I just thought I'd try that and see if I can get more in one video. So yeah, anyway, everybody, say goodbye to everybody. And because I'm going to have to end this shortly. Ship's company dismissed, yes. How long you go for? It's a pleasure to have live. Yeah, but I got to eat too. It's 7 p.m. I haven't had dinner yet. I got some lamb chops out there, and I got to have some. I got to eat, you know. It's all good. It's all good. All right. So yeah, we've got to go. Catch up on Sunday. Yes, Jim, we will. Excellent. Yeah. Well, I'll see most of you all on Sunday if you can make it. I think it's an afternoon stream here, so it's midday for here, 11 o'clock for Queensland. All right, so UK, it's going to be a bad time for you. It's more for the US this time on Sunday for Aussie Modelers Live. All right, so yeah, all good. Icky, sticky. Bye-bye, Monique. Thank you. And thanks a lot, Sam. I'll catch up with you tomorrow. Maybe I'll give you a buzz. And all good. So thanks a lot, everybody. And it was a good, successful, I think. You want to be in on Sunday? All right. Well, I'll speak to the other half, and we'll see. We'll see. Okay. I don't know if Hibbo will be on. I don't know. Probably not. So you can take his chair. All right. Thanks, everybody. I'll be back on next Friday. And yeah, excellent, guys. Fantastic. All right. Bye-bye. I was going to say a bit of a catchphrase. What was good evening, good afternoon, good night.